With so many airlines competing in this region, some tend to fly under the radar. Perhaps one of those easily overshadowed is Vietnam Airlines. I've only flown with them on their narrowbody aircraft, so this will be my first time flying their widebody, the Airbus A350. Join me as we fly in economy class from Seoul to Hanoi and see how it measures up against other Asian powerhouses. Welcome to Biyahe Menez. My mom and I just wrapped up our 1-week trip in Seoul and now it's time to head to the airport. There are several ways to get from the city center to Incheon International Airport. One of the most popular options for tourists is the airport limousine bus, which stops at major areas around the city. But my favorite way to get to the airport is the Airport Railroad Express or AREX. This train service has two options for travelers. First, there's the express train, a bullet train style service that gets you from Seoul Station to the airport in just 40 minutes. The second, more budget-friendly option is the AREX all-stop train, which takes slightly longer but stops at multiple stations along the way. Since we were staying in Hongdae, taking the all-stop train made the most sense. Hongik University Station was just a short walk away, so we didn't have to transfer to Seoul Station first. The train has limited luggage storage in each car and also displays real-time flight information, which is when I realized I may have miscalculated my timing. I always aim to be at the airport at least 3 hours before my flight to allow time for some filming and to avoid long lines. Fortunately for me, the 53-minute ride passed quickly and we arrived at the airport in no time. From the train platform, it's about a 10-minute walk to the passenger terminal. As of March 2025, Vietnam Airlines, Shanghai Airlines, and China Eastern are the only SkyTeam Alliance members operating out of Terminal 1 at Incheon International Airport. South Korea's flag carrier Korean Air, along with other SkyTeam members such as Delta Airlines and KLM, operate from the newer Terminal 2. Plans were announced for the three airlines to relocate to Terminal 2 following the completion of Phase 4 construction. However, as of now, there have been no updates regarding their transfer. Upon arriving at check-in counter E, we found the area already packed with passengers. Fortunately, Vietnam Airlines offers dedicated bag drop counters for those who have checked in online. And since we had already checked in online, the entire process took less than 10 minutes. Terminal 1 has 6 departure halls for security screening. Seeing long lines at Departure Hall 3, we headed to the adjacent Departure Hall 2 where the queues were much shorter, saving us some valuable time. I initially miscalculated my timing, but after breezing through check-in, immigration, and security, we still had time to check out the lounge. Welcome to the Matina Lounge. Terminal 1 has 2 Matina Lounges, and this particular one is located in the East Wing on Level 4, near Gate 11, just across from the Asiana Airlines Business Lounge. We accessed the lounge using my Lounge Key membership provided by my Philippine credit card. The lounge was packed, but we were lucky to find a table right away. The lounge staff even assisted us to our seats, which I really appreciated. The lounge itself is compact and essentially one big dining area, so it may not be the best place if you're looking for some peace and quiet. The main highlight here is the food selection, which includes a salad bar, fresh fruits, and pastries. The main buffet area also features hot, Western, and Korean dishes, but my personal favorite is the tteokbokki station, serving up this popular Korean street food. Perfect for some last-minute Korean mukbang before our flight. For drinks, there's a wide selection of alcoholic beverages, fountain soda, Korean drinks, and coffee. And of course, no visit to a lounge in Korea would be complete without instant ramyeon noodles. After a quick snack and an ice-cold glass of Korean beer, we headed straight to our gate. Our gate 117 was located in the Concourse area, which meant taking the shuttle train to get there. Incheon Airport is massive, so always keep track of your boarding gate number, especially if you're doing some last-minute shopping or spending extra time at the lounge. Just follow the signs and you'll be fine. If you're new to the channel, my name is Earl and welcome again to Biyahe Menace. I do trip reports and airport lounge tours. If you enjoy aviation content, please consider subscribing. Our aircraft is a 6-year-old Airbus A350-900 Victor November Alpha 8 9er 8. 감사합니다. Hi. 24. Welcome on board Vietnam Airlines flight VN415 bound for Hanoi. Economy class is arranged in a 333 configuration and my seat for today is 24A. Let's start with the adjustable headrest, which can be folded inwards for added support and comfort. Waiting on each seat is a comfy pillow, a decent blanket, and a pair of in-flight headphones. Underneath each seat, there's a universal power socket with 2 outlets shared between every 3 seats. Legroom here is 32 inches, a decent and standard offering. However, I'd say the narrow-body aircraft I've flown with Vietnam Airlines felt more spacious in comparison. Inside the seat back pocket, you'll find the safety card, an air sickness bag, the Heritage in-flight magazine, and the Lotus Shop duty-free catalog. The tray table is adjustable and can be used half open or fully open. The touchscreen TV is a decent size, but it has limited adjustability. Below the screen, there's a USB-A charging port and headphone jack. There's also a coat hook on the side. Unfortunately, this aircraft doesn't have individual air vents.
Member of the SkyTeam Alliance. Chuyến bay mang số hiệu VN415 khởi hành từ Seoul tới Hà Nội. Thời gian bay đến sân bay quốc tế Nội Bài, thủ đô Hà Nội dự định là 3 giờ và 50 phút. Captain Ngô Thế Tài, Usher Phạm Bắc and all crew members would like to welcome you on board our Airbus A350 aircraft. Flight number VN415 from Seoul to Hanoi. Our recommended flight time to Hanoi International Airport is 3 hours and 50 minutes. Proud to be recognized as an airline with international 5-star service experience. We always try to cherish you on every mile of your journey with Vietnam Airlines. We wish you a pleasant flight with wonderful experience. Thank you.
On the video screens. Thank you.
Xin kính chào quý khách.
Welcome aboard. Chain is open. Your tray tables, monitor, and your personal items are stowed.
Ra khỏi túi, mặc choàng qua đầu, thắt chặt dây áo quanh eo.
Put it over your head and secure the tapes firmly around your waist.
Quý khách không được làm phồng áo khi ở trong máy bay. Tại cửa thoát hiểm, quý khách làm phồng áo bằng cách
Shortly after takeoff, the cabin crew began the in-flight service by handing out a pack of roasted mixed nuts and a drink of your choice. I went with a can of Vietnamese beer, which I think is the best way to kick off our short trip to Hanoi. This is my first time experiencing the Lotus Star in-flight entertainment on an actual screen. The touchscreen TV was decently sized and was very responsive. To be honest, the content selection isn't on the level of Cathay Pacific or Singapore Airlines, but for a 4-hour flight, it's decent enough. There's a mix of Hollywood and Asian movies, although the TV selection really highlights its limitations. While I appreciate seeing popular shows like Succession, having random episodes from different seasons just doesn't cut it. Aside from TV and movies, the system also offers music and games. The in-flight map, while nice to look at, isn't interactive. About an hour later, the cabin crew rolled out a dinner service. The two meal options were beef and tomato sauce with rice or kimchi fried rice with chicken. Each tray came with a glazed chicken salad as an appetizer, a bread roll with butter on the side, and an opera cake for dessert. The meal was served with wooden cutlery. The chicken was cooked perfectly with a nice glaze, but the real star of the meal was the kimchi fried rice. The gooey mozzarella cheese and gochujang paste took this Korean comfort food to the next level. I'm really glad I went with this option. Meanwhile, the beef dish was also solid, especially the mushrooms, which were juicy and packed with flavor according to my mom. After the meal service, the cabin crew returned to offer coffee or tea. I of course asked for a cup of coffee, and it was just okay. Let's check out the lavatory on this Vietnam Airlines A350. It's a standard setup with a sink, lavender-scented hand wash, and a clean toilet area. There's also a coat hook along with this bag of... Are these mothballs? Air fresheners? Anyone? About an hour before landing, the cabin crew came back again to serve one last round of drinks. I really appreciated this final service. It's a good sign that the airline goes the extra mile. It makes me wonder how their service holds up on longer flights. One thing I found unusual was that the cabin crew collected all the headphones about 30 minutes before landing. This meant all passengers had to stop whatever they were watching early. I'm not sure about the reasoning behind this, but it was probably a bummer to some passengers.
Passengers, we're now beginning our descent to Hanoi International Airport, Hanoi. Please return to the seat. Ensure that the seatbelt is fastened. The seatbelt is in a fully upright position. Cảm ơn quý khách đã tin tưởng và lựa chọn Vietnam Airlines. Dear passengers, thank you for flying with Vietnam Airlines, a member of the SkyTeam Alliance.
We've started our descent into Vietnam's capital, so let's conclude this trip report with Vietnam Airlines. Our journey began in Seoul, where we took the AREX to Incheon Airport in just an hour. The check-in area was already packed when we arrived, but thanks to Vietnam Airlines' dedicated backdrop lanes, the process only took 10 minutes. The Matina Lounge had a solid food selection and great service staff, though it's not the best place if you're looking for peace and quiet. Once on board, Vietnam Airlines once again exceeded my expectations. The seat on the A350 was comfortable, though I might have been spoiled by the generous legroom on their A320s. The in-flight entertainment was limited compared to other major Asian carriers, but it was decent enough for this 4-hour flight. The biggest highlight of this trip was the food. It's easily one of the tastiest meals I've had in economy. I still wish they served it with metal cutlery, but that's just a minor hiccup. I also appreciated the constant drink service throughout the flight, something I've noticed on my past trips with them. The crew was fantastic as always, and this experience makes me even more excited to try Vietnam Airlines on a long-haul flight, especially now that they're flying to more European destinations. As for the ticket prices, a one-way journey could cost you $126 while a round-trip ticket could cost around $237. Thank you so much for joining me on this trip report. If you enjoyed the content, please leave a like and consider sharing this video with your family and friends. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this Vietnam Airlines trip report in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell button so you stay updated and never miss out on future content. I look forward to having you again in my next video. Welcome to Hanoi.
한국말